shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Andy, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
Hey, I'm Daisy Teixeira. I am with Boudoir by Daisy. You're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh. Good morning, Frederick. Oh boy, today is Wednesday, April 16th, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Today is my Banana Bev's birthday. Just wanted to shout her out this morning. Not sure if she's watching or not. She has a difficult time with some technology. So anyway, just wanted to say good morning to her. And good morning to Mama Cone. Have a blessed day. Yes, we all need to have a blessed day. We do. Tara's freaking me out right now because she says happy Thursday. And typically I automatically second guess myself on that because I have many times said the wrong day or date. But today is only Wednesday, Tara. So yeah, hopefully the sunshine comes out. I don't know. I'm looking forward to a little bit warmer temperatures, a little windy, but I am happy to see the sun for sure every single day. Makes my day. I don't know, just makes the day so much better. All right. On the show today, we got our morning roundup with Chris Michaels, of course, from WFMD. We're going to go over what's happening in Frederick, and we're going to kind of go over what's going on with our countywide adult egg hunt, which is happening right now. Boy, oh boy. You know, you try to prepare for everything, and sometimes you're not prepared for anything. But it's going well. We've met some really great people, which has been awesome. And if you're joining us on the show because you just discovered Good Morning Frederick because of the countywide adult egg hunt, welcome. We've got a bunch of new subscribers, which I appreciate very much. And if you're like, what the heck is this show all about? Well, it's all about Frederick and you, the people, the events, the places, the businesses, and nonprofits. That's all we talk about every single day. And there's different content literally every day. There's so much happening in and around our great county. It obviously has been able to keep me busy, at least for a year. Coming up later in the show, I'm going to talk to Jarad Bowens and Zion, who's from the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County. We're talking Battle of the Bands coming up here in May. And then I met Min from Flower Power, a cottage baker, also really just perfecting the sourdough baking process and giving you the opportunity to purchase some of those goods. And don't forget, the nonprofit is A Mother's Rest. When you come in to turn in your egg from the egg hunt, please throw down like $5. You can pick up you can pick up 2 chapsticks or a pin and a chapstick. We would love for you to do that because 100% of that goes to our nonprofit of the month, and this month it is A Mother's Rest. Also, if you want to listen to the show and podcast, you can do that. I'm a little behind on the podcast. The egg hunt has kept me a little busy, but I promise it will all be updated later today. And I appreciate you guys listening there too. All right. It is hump day. Let's get this midweek going. Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick. Open daily noon to 9 p.m. On a day like today, maybe a hot pretzel makes more sense, or an iced coffee even. If you can't get to Rita's, they can certainly come to you through DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. But if you want to save a little bit on those fees, just download the free Rita's app, order ahead of time, pull right up, go to that side window. You're done in minutes. All right. There's no reason not to have Rita's, 538 West South Street here in Frederick. Okay. Chris Michaels is not available yet. So I'll wait for him to jump in. I didn't see a text from him. Let's see. Oh, wait. I do have a text. Let's see if it's from him. Let's just see. Okay. No, not from him. So I'm going to stall a little bit. We're going to talk about the countywide egg hunt. Now, I'll say this: it mostly has gone swimmingly. It's really been a very good first foray. So much so that I'm already considering doing another one at Halloween, where you find Halloween themed eggs, which I have now purchased. But I did not expect a number of people to not actually let me know that they found any eggs. Okay. So I have hundreds of eggs still that I think are out in the market. And of course, everybody's like, nope, these are gone. These are gone. And certainly, with the wind yesterday, God knows where some of these eggs are. They're probably now in Berkeley County, West Virginia. So even if the eggs were still out, I don't think they're going to be where they were when we hid them. So if you have an egg, if you found one over the last couple days, just please send me a quick text as says the first instruction on the paper. As soon as you find the egg, text the picture of the paper to 888-465-2944 because that actually alerts me that the egg has been found, which means I can remove the photo from the album so people know not to look for it. I would say at this point, let's just consider all the eggs have been found. Hopefully, they will all be redeemed. Everyone has only got until April 27th to get them to us to get their prize. Still outstanding is the $500 winner and the 100 Maryland Lottery scratch off winner. Those eggs have not yet been turned in. One of those eggs has been found, however, I think, but has not been turned in yet. So, anyway, that is where we are with that, the egg hunt. But it was quite fun. It was fun for us to hide them. I do believe for the next one, we're going to hide them a little harder. I think we can hide them a little harder, and I may increase the number of them out there because though we did cover quite a bit of Frederick County, that's a lot of ground to cover. And I think I might look more towards the outskirts We did a lot we did Thurmont, we did Urbana, Walkersville, Woodsboro, all had eggs hidden. Of course, it's hard to get everywhere. And we could literally hide one in every 10 square miles and still not have enough to cover. But it was a good time. I hope everybody had fun. And whether you got one or not, I think everyone looking for them was quite interesting. So, and for those of you who drove miles and miles only to realize that the eggs you were looking for were not there, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say other than better luck next time. And we'll try to get more eggs out into the market. All right. I have no idea. Does not look like Chris is coming this morning. So I do we'll just go ahead and move on with what's happening in Frederick, because I'll say this, you just got to move on to the next thing. Here we go. All right, I'm trying to text him actually right now just to double check he's not coming, but let's see. You coming this morning? All right. Anyway, happening in Frederick, sponsored by our friends at Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company. They cook in small batches to make sure the food is as fresh as it can be when it's delivered to you, whether through the food truck itself or whether you cater an event. Remember, you got all these big events coming up: Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduations, family picnics, reunions, vacations. You can talk to Rob or Robin at Intense Barbecue, which is IN, the number 1, the number 0, SEBBQ.com, and satisfy your meat tooth when you order their food. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. And if you're not like a huge fan of barbecue, don't worry. If you have an event catered, they will do whatever food you want. This includes filet mignon and breakfast. They did breakfast for our 200th show. We had waffles and eggs and bacon and juice and a fruit salad, which I requested, and they made. So anyway, they can do whatever it is you want them to do. All right. Oh, and I did not update that. Okay, here we go. All right. So again, happening right now, the Good Morning Frederick Maryland Lottery adult egg hunt. I did get a text from somebody saying, hey, is it really just prizes for adults? My kids found the egg and want to know. Yes, the prizes are for adults in the sense that I do have one prize that would benefit kids, and that is Elite Feet Dance Studios. Here he is. Summer camp where you can save 10%. Everything else is for adults. All right. Chris is here. So we're going to go ahead and we'll come back to what's happening in Frederick. Let's do this. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Oh, there he is.
I know I'm really late today, but I got a really good excuse on why I'm late. So we had a listener who came in to claim one of the prizes, and he came up and said, "Hey, Chris Michaels, how are you? Love listening to you and Bob on the morning show." And I don't want to be rude and just walk away, so I was talking to him for a little bit longer, and he says, "Chris Michaels, I gotta tell you, I thought all that talking you do was shtick, but you really can't talk good, and you really don't know how to pronounce words. And I'll witness of it having this conversation with you there, Chris." I said, So I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but there you go.
Not listening or watching this show.
What's that?
I hope he's not watching this show, listening to that impersonation that you just did.
No, yeah, I hope not either. But I mean, that was close to what he sounded like. My southern drawer really isn't that good. I apologize. But yeah,
Uh,
no. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, I didn't want to just leave when we were having a conversation, and he said he's happy to know
mm.
that this is really the way I talk. It is really the way I pronounce words, and it's not shtick on the radio. I was like, no, that's exactly what I am. I'm really that uneducated in real life. It's
What
not an
you
act.
see is what you get with all of us
Yep,
for
that
sure.
that that is it. Good morning, Danny. Did you hear the promo I emailed to you
I
that I made?
I have not listened to it in its entirety yet. I did see it though. I have to save it, and we're gonna add a video, and we're gonna play it on this show.
So for those of you who don't know, I was gleefully singing Jingle Bells, enjoying getting in the Christmas spirit. And Danny must have heard me through the soundproof studio, which isn't soundproof. Open the door and says, "Chris Michaels," and now she has all that beautiful hair. She did the thing with the hair. "Chris Michaels, what are you doing singing Christmas songs at the first part of the month?" And I had to gingerly explain, as sweet as I am, Danny, my friend, I'm singing because we got movie night coming to Christmas Cash for Kids. So there you go.
Oh, yes. Yes. We are looking forward to that event on May 14th. Our Christmas Cash for Kids movie night with you and I. We're going to watch The Never Ending Story. We need everybody can go to either WFMD.com or the Good Morning Frederick Facebook page for the link to get your tickets. If you look for the event on Facebook, you'll see it as well there. Get your tickets. Come hang out with us. It's just $20. Includes free refills of popcorn and soda. So you get a popcorn, you get soda with free refills. You get to sit in the lovely theaters at Warehouse Cinemas, which include heated reclining seats and wide aisles. Just phenomenal. We're gonna have a great time.
And you know who else is going to be there? Bob Miller. Bob Miller bought his tickets for him and his wife. And so, and look, Bob Miller, we all know, loves Christmas Cash for Kids, loves supporting the kids. At first, he said, "Oh, well, unfortunately, I got something going on. I got to go visit my mother, who's older." I said, "But Bob, there's going to be unlimited a Diet Coke." Boy, that's all he had to hear. As soon as I said that, boom, boom, he bought those tickets. So there you go. For those who
Great. So
love,
Bob Miller's going to join us now
yep.
too, and yeah, it's now it's a party. Now it's a party. So we'll be there from 5 to 7 hanging out, getting some food and some drinks, and then going into the movie at 7 o'clock. Plus we got some great vendors who will be set up out
Yes.
at Warehouse Cinemas, and they're supporting the event as well. As we get closer, we'll talk more about them.
And also too, people, you have to understand out there, okay? To get some amazing local talent like Bob, Danny, and I together, you would have to probably spend more money than the county executive has in her budget for Frederick County. But you're going to get that for free. And if you've never seen me, Bob, and Danny interact together, it'd be worth the billions of dollars that you would have to spend. But I,
It's worth the price of admission. Just say that.
it is. But on top of that, you also get popcorn and unlimited drinks and a movie for all that. So listen, all joke aside, come on down early. We love to hang out with you. My problem is I got to remember that we are there for a movie. So I'll keep talking and talking and talking, and I'll forget, oh, there's a movie. And before you know it, the movie starts and,
Uh,
and, and I'm not in the seat.
I think
So
people will remind you. I think they will for sure. Want to say good morning to my good friend Lex Figueroa from CMIT Solutions. It's been a while, my friend. I haven't seen you, and you owe me an email. We got to talk to you. And Drew's checking in this morning. Who said not our Drew. This is a different Drew, but says, thank you guys for the hard work with the egg hunt and hiding the eggs. I think people had a great time finding them. We might have to do that a little bit bigger next time. Maybe have WFMD and WFRE involved. It'd be fun.
I love that name, Lex. I mean, Lex is just like, to me, Lex is like a tough guy name. Lex the
He is a
Flex.
tough
I
guy.
like that. Yeah, Lex, I like that. You know what? That should have been on my on-air name, Lex the
It
Flex.
should have. It should
Yeah,
have
I
been
like
your
that.
on-air name. Oh,
All right,
goodness.
so I guess we got to get to news. And one thing I love about radio, it makes it a lot harder when you're on here and people can see you, because on radio, when you make a mistake, nobody can see you. But on here, I'm not prepared and I have to go through different things and I'm looking around trying to find my
You look,
news. So I'm not
I look
prepared.
all the time. I look around all the
And
time. I'm constantly looking around my stuff to see. I was texting you on my phone, which is actually in front of me, and trying to see if you were going to show
oh,
up. And
I
yeah,
didn't see your text. Oh yeah, right here. Oh yeah. Don't
you
worry,
because
Danny,
you
I'm
were
coming.
talking to someone who was obviously more important than being here.
Don't worry, Danny, I'm coming. So there you go. I just answered your text. I'll be there, I promise. All right. So let me get to news here. And gotta be honest with you, Danny, not a huge news day, but some news, I guess, nonetheless. Mostly political news locally. A proposed fiscal year 2026 budget totaling 1.2, not million, but 1.2 billion was introduced on Tuesday by Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater. She said public education is her top priority. When I became county executive, Frederick County was spending $390 million a year on public education. In this year's budget, we will invest over $508 million in our schools. Whew. She says
Mm,
that this is a 118 million or 30% increase over 3 short years. Now, love County Executive Fitzwater. Talked to her a few times in person. Sweet, sweet, sweet person. However, have you noticed when she does these videos, there's always some kind of background music in her videos. You got to turn that background music down just a little bit because her voice is not as loud as mine. You can't always hear her. So just turn that background
yeah.
music down and you don't need the background music. You sound good enough. So just get rid of the background music. But love Jessica Fitzwater. All joke aside, she is
Yeah,
very,
she's a
very
great.
sweet.
I like her
She's a
too.
sweet person.
Just
Yeah.
don't love some of the policies, but I
Yeah.
like. She's a great person.
Yeah, she is a wonderful person. We'd like to get her on the show one day. So if you're good friends with
Has
County
she not?
Executive
She's
Jessica,
never. She's been on my
no,
show.
she's been on. But Danny, you got the hook up. Help us out. We've been trying to get Jessica Fitzwater on our show. Yeah, give us the hookup. See, that's what I'm saying. And when I say
Uh,
Danny is the queen of
okay.
Frederick, she is the queen of
Maybe
Frederick.
maybe if you could be on time for a whole week, I will get her.
That's like asking former President Joe Biden to put in two coherent words together sentence. It's probably not going to happen. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I joke. Don't worry. I make fun of President Trump too, just as much. I make
That's
fun of
right.
President Trump very bigly. So there you go. But yeah, we'd love to have Jessica Fitzwater on our show. That'd be great. Um, all right. A large number of people attended a town hall meeting in Hagerstown sponsored by the 6th District Representative April McLean Delaney. Do we really have to say all three of her names? Can't we just say April Delaney? I mean, why do we have to always say McLean? I don't understand that. That's one of the questions I'm going to ask her when she's on the
Yeah,
show
there you
next. Can we
go.
just say April Delaney? I asked
Those
the tough
hard
questions.
hitting questions from the
Yes, the tough
news,
ones. The tough
news
ones. We
journalists.
we are the news leader here in Frederick County at WFMD, as you can see. Senator Chris and another one, Van Hollen. I guess Van Hollen is his last name.
No, yeah, it is.
Okay,
That's
all
one
right.
name, really, Van
Okay,
Hollen.
that is well. Then they shouldn't separate it when they write the story because it makes me look bad, Danny. It looks like a middle name. I'm gonna have to talk to Diana Gibson about that. All right, Chris. So what we say, so it's not Van Hollen. We say Chris Van Hollen, since it's last name Van Hollen. All right. Also attended during discussion of the national issues and the impacts they have locally. Senator Van Hollen made this announcement about Kilmore Abrego Garcia. Another one, three names: Kilmore Abrego Garcia, a Maryland resident who was apprehended by federal immigration agents in March and sent to a prison in El Salvador. I'm planning tomorrow to go to El Salvador, he said, to a cheering crowd at North Hagerstown High School to work, bringing him home. Listen, Senator Van Hollen, be careful when you go. You're going all the way to El Salvador, okay? Be careful when you go to El Salvador because their laws are a lot different. I mean, who knows? Over there, you can get arrested for 10 years for jaywalking. You might get arrested for 10 years for jaywalking. So be careful because you don't know the laws over there. Really, did you have to go over there to make that trip? I mean, seriously, it's to me, it's not that essential. But then again, that's just my opinion. We wish Senator Van Hollen all the best on his trip over there to El Salvador. And Danny, get into weather real quick. Let me pull it up here. Just in case you folks don't know, I am not really a licensed meteorologist. I actually get my weather from the Weather Channel. So just in case you were wondering, I'm pulling that up right now. I'm sure people thought that I was a great meteorologist, but no, I'm not. All right,
now
so
people are even wondering, why are we sitting through this if it's not, anything different than we get from the Weather Channel?
Because you don't get this kind of humor and intelligence from the Weather Channel like you do here on Good Morning Frederick. That's why you sit through this. Okay, looking at a high of 58. And I had a listener who called in today, Bob, who told me this. This was crazy. I was saying that it feels like 2025 has been extremely windy. Well, Bob had said that he found out there has only been 3 days since the start of this year where we haven't had any wind, which was
Oh,
mind-boggling to me. Yeah. See, would you get that? Just looking at the Weather Channel app? No, you wouldn't. It's going to be another windy day. Looking at winds 20, 30 miles an hour. Higher wind gusts possible tonight, low of 36. Tomorrow, looking beautiful, Danny. 67 a high, low of 43, sunny. And real quickly, I'm just going to scroll down to Saturday. Saturday is going to be cloudy skies, only a 16% chance of rain. However, we're looking at 88 degrees, Danny. How about that, huh? So, Danny, what you do is let that beautiful hair of yours down and just enjoy. Yeah, put on that Aquanet hairspray from the 80s, maybe a little shoulder pads like they used to do with the dresses and stuff like that. Did you ever see that? I got to tell you, my mother in the 80s, she dressed up with, the 80s outfit with those shoulder pads. She looked like an offensive lineman for the Jets, with those shoulder pads she used to wear back in the 80s.
I did have a couple jackets with the big, thick shoulder pads
Yeah.
in them. Yeah. Yeah. It
Who
was
on
good.
earth ever thought that that was a good look to have shoulder pads on clothes? I mean, say the 80s. All right.
Love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
all right.
All
All
right,
right. With
my
that being
friend.
said, I'm done.
All right. Have a great day. I'll see you a little bit later.
Take care. Good morning, Frederick.
Oh, gracious. Yes, you could not get all of that on the Weather Channel or any other channel for that matter, only right here at Good Morning Frederick. All right. Now we can take a quick break and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do properly what's happening in Frederick. And we're going to get rolling on that too. But you got to wait just after these couple of messages because without these guys, I couldn't do this every day.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining flattery beyond compare.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Yes. And if you're looking for a place to advertise your business, you can do it at Warehouse Cinemas on the big screen. Just visit warehousecinemas.com/advertising. They do a great job putting stuff together for you as well. All right, where were we? All right, we were talking about the egg hunt. So we are moving right along with that, but I got to thank a lot of our sponsors and advertisers who are donating prizes, including WLR Automotive, which is home to the Auto Spa, 7th Street Cafe, Elite Feet Dance Studio, Intense Barbecue, McClintock Distilling, Prospect Pantry, Red Horse Steakhouse, Sandbox Brew House, Starvin' Marvin, the Salty Seahorse. What do we got over here? We got 10th Ward, Terrapin Travel, Texas Roadhouse, the Healing Storm Holistic Wellness, and Tree Trekkers. Okay, so really thanks to all of them. All right, today from 10 to 5, it is Teacher Appreciation Day at Tree Trekkers. Take your teacher credentials and head to Tree Trekkers to climb free today. Plus, there's a free happy hour from 3 to 5 p.m. On the 18th, it's All-Star Friday night with the Flying Cows with the 3-point contest, dunk contest, and more. That's at Hood College, 7 p.m. on Friday. Saturday, we have a pop-up vendor event at 401 North Market Street. We've got Twisted Ivy Jewelry and Pampered Chef. And then at 7, and that goes 11 to 4. And then 7 p.m., it is the All-Star Game with the Flying Cows playing TBL All-Stars. That ought to be pretty good at 7 p.m. Can't wait to see that. And on the 20th, which is Sunday, Happy Easter. We'd love to see you some point in the afternoon for Pampered Chef. There's some wood bowls, a vendor who makes wooden bowls and some sweet treats and gifts on Sunday, the 20th. On the 24th, it is Ship's annual lip sync battle. We want you to get your tickets right now. ShipFrederick.com. $55 ticket includes food from Boxcar Burgers and drinks, all included. April 26th, Saturday from 7:30 to noon, TJ High School Safe and Sane Committee is putting on a community yard sale. You can get your space there. 8:30, bring a broom downtown, Frederick cleanup. 9 a.m., Fiberfest is at the Frederick Fairgrounds. 11 to 4, it is a pop-up vendor event again every Saturday and Sunday. This one has some jewelry, handmade greeting cards, gifts, and more. On the 27th, it is the Stomp Out Heroin 5K at Baker Park. We've got the Pooling for Veterans Flea Market, which is at the AmVets Farm off 144. Our pop-up vendor event at 401 North Market Street includes custom etching and essential oils. And it is the Lucky E Rodeo at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds on the 27th. Moving into May 2nd, it is an immersive art pop-up called Spring Bloom at Give Rise Studios. May 7th is the exclusive screening of Conrad Weaver's documentary PTSD 911. It is at Common Grounds Stables in Mount Airy. May 8th is Alive at 5. It is back, and it's going to be great season, I'm sure. May 9th is the 5th annual 4 for SOAR Golf Classic. That benefits SOAR, which is supporting older adults through resources. May 10th is the Maryland Craft Beer Festival from noon to 5. And then from 3 to 8, it's Battle of the Bands at the Frederick Fairgrounds. We're going to hear from Jarad and Zion coming up in just a minute. And at 6 p.m., it is the Adaptive Prom at Rock Creek for people 16 and older with disabilities. May 14th, it is movie night for Christmas Cash for Kids. That's what we were talking about with Chris. Tickets are just $20. Go click the link on the event, which is at Good Morning Frederick. We would love to see you for that for sure. Let's see. Sorry, May 16th, it is the Relay for Life Frederick County event, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. May 17th is Walkersville Days, and it's Kicking Up a Cure. That's going to be a fun event at the Legion. And Our Dream Pursuits concession trailer is having a grand opening that day. May 18th, it is Bingo for Pities at the Elks Lodge. And then look at this. We're already got events through the end of May into June. I just want to push into a couple of these because you can register now. May 31st, it is the Run Like a Warrior Family Fun Run Walk. It's only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles at Hood College. It is for Lyme disease awareness, 9 to 11 a.m. on the 31st. If you go to, I think if you look up Run Like a Warrior, you'll see it on Facebook where you can register. June 7th is Tour de Frederick. You can register for that right now as well. All right, that is it for what is happening in Frederick. If you have an event you want included, all you have to do is email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. And we're going to take one more quick break. Then we're back with Jarad and Zion talking Battle of the Bands. And you're going to meet Min from Flower Power as well just after this.
Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They can also take care of your windows and gutters and even build you a patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. As a Good Morning Frederick viewer, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra that Danny sent you, and she will take great care of you for sure. All right, let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by the Maryland Lottery with tons of ways to win with hot scratch-offs like big money where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000 or the $2 Monopoly ticket with the top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details, and you can download their free app so you can scan your tickets to see if you've won. You must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. All right, I've got Jarad and Zion talking Battle of the Bands, and it was a really fun, casual conversation. I think Zion was a little freaked out that I just kind of wing it.
Cruizin Girls Club. We are on Madison Street, not Burke Street, where I was earlier. I'm with Jarad and Zion. You guys are co-hosting Battle of the Bands coming up May 10th at the Frederick Fairgrounds. Mm-hmm. This is your how many years of doing this? This will be the third year. Third year. Awesome. And we're bringing in some fresh young talent.
Yes, we are.
I love it. Zion, tell me why you want to co-host this event.
Because I think it's wonderful. There's going to be youth. It's going to be school. It's going to be food. It's going to be a fantastic event.
Oh, yeah. You want to be where the fun is, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. Jarad, why don't you talk with Zion about how this event impacts Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah. So, one of the big reasons I wanted to start trying to do this event for the Boys and Girls Club is you guys. You guys are what it's all about. So the Boys and Girls Club, all the programming that you guys have here, the summer camps, right? Summer camps are super fun. All the programming you guys have here is what Battle of the Bands is aimed at supporting. So that's why we really wanted to do it, to make sure you guys have everything you need coming up for the year.
How long have you been coming to the Boys and Girls Club?
Since I was a third grader.
Okay, and how old are you? What grade are you in now?
6th.
All right. Do you know any of the bands that are playing?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. Who's
We are
playing?
partnering with the Rock School.
Right.
So Frederick's Rock School, Scott and his team, we're partnering with this year because we want to bring the youth in, right?
Yeah.
This year we want to have a youth focus, obviously.
We got some key sponsors who help make this event amazing. Who's that?
Absolutely. M&T Bank and Middletown Valley Bank, 2 of our top level sponsors.
Nice.
We couldn't do this without the sponsors,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, because it is a big undertaking.
Mhm.
And there are opportunities to fundraise during the event too,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I know Lauren and team are planning some raffles and things like that. And you can vote.
Yes.
You can vote for your favorite band.
Yep, there's going to be a People's Choice Award. So everyone's going to get to vote for who their favorite band is. So we'll have judges that'll decide. And I think hopefully Danny's going to be one of our returning judges. She was one of our judges last year. But the judges will pick the top 2 winners, but then the crowd votes on People's Choice Award.
Yeah.
So you can
Did
do
you
that.
go to Battle of the Bands last year? Have you been yet?
No, ma'am.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
So much fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a great time. It's a great time. And it's fun for the whole family.
Yes,
There'll
family-friendly
be
event.
Food trucks
Mhm.
and beverages as well for everybody.
Mhm.
Tickets, $10?
$10. I had to check with the boss.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Tickets are $10. Definitely go on the website, check it out. Zion's excited. I know at least for one food truck that we're going to have. What's that one? What are you excited for?
The Mexican traditional food.
That's right.
Traditional, authentic
Mexican
Karina
food.
and team. They are amazing. I love
Yeah.
their street corn. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Cannot
Delicious.
Beat it. Cannot beat it. So it's BOTB
Frederick.com.
Frederick.com.
Battle
for
of the Bands.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for your tickets and more information. And the lineup starts at 3:00.
3:00 on the
Yeah.
dot. We're at the Frederick Fairgrounds this year. So
Yes.
that's a big change from last year. We were on Carroll Creek last year. We fought with the weather the last couple years.
Yeah,
It's been a little bit of a challenge with the weather, so we decided to move it indoors this year, so we have a roof over our heads. But the thing about the Frederick Fairgrounds, as many Frederictonians know and love, is those spaces are huge, and we can
Yeah.
open up the bay doors and
Oh,
hang
yeah.
out outside if the weather's nice.
Yeah, and the food trucks will be out there. So if the weather is
Mhm.
nice, you can hang out there. But
Absolutely.
you don't have to worry about the weather.
Don't have
which
to worry
is,
about the
as
rain.
an events person, eliminating that
Mhm.
worry is a huge thing.
Absolutely.
So how many bands are playing? Do you
5
know?
bands.
Five bands will
yeah.
play.
We're going to put 5 bands. Plus,
Are you bringing back?
the winner from last year, Kill the King, is going to come back and do a closing set for us.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Yeah.
They were
They were
really
incredible.
great. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been practicing?
Yes, ma'am. I've been practicing my lines and what I'm going to say and a couple of jokes too. Not a couple of jokes. I have a joke book that I'm going to be practicing.
Really? I
Give us
love
one
it.
joke.
So how do you think you're going to open the show? What are you going to say?
Welcome to Battle of the Bands 2025.
Let's say that right there.
Say it right to the camera. Tell them.
Welcome to 2025 Battle of the Bands.
BOTB Frederick.com benefits the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County. And a lot of the youth are going to be there, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have some of your friends there too?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And we're going to have a great time. A lot of great bands are going to be playing. Good food. $10. Can't beat it
No,
for
can't beat
an afternoon of fun for the whole family.
Absolutely.
And bring that cash for those extra buying your votes for the People's Choice Award, the 50-50 raffles,
Mhm.
and anything else
We're
going
going to
on.
have face painting,
Oh.
activities from tree trekkers. The Boys and Girls Club's going to have a prize wheel in their tent. So a lot of great activities to get the
Oh,
kids
that's going to
involved
be really great.
this year. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So
Yep.
bring out the whole family for a day of fun in Frederick at the Frederick Fairgrounds this year inside. So don't worry about the weather. You can buy your tickets right now. And of course, they will be available at the door if you can't make your decision today. Right?
Absolutely.
Anything else?
It's going to be fun. There's going to be food.
That's all we care about. Food and fun, for sure.
Let's go. You
Come
ready?
see Zion take the stage with Jarad. It's going to be a great day, and they're going to have a great time with it. I can't wait to see
This is
what you
going to be
guys
fun.
come
This
up
is going to
with.
be awesome.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear your jokes. Do you want to say any now?
What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator.
Oh, I love it. There
I
we
love
go.
that.
But I'm pumped. That's what we
I love
need,
that.
right?
That's perfect.
You got any sound effects?
You
for
got
this?
to add that in post.
I know. I will. I will, for sure. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yes, I was not quite prepared in the post for that, but it is going to be a fun day. Battle of the Bands coming up in May 10th at the Frederick Fairgrounds. All right, let's. That's so funny. All right, let's talk about who is making our market phenomenal. Oh, yes. Market Makers is sponsored by the Healing Storm Holistic Wellness. Shannon and her team strive to make sure you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain. Massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and a healing journey program are things that they are offering. Check out thehealingstorm.com for more details and to schedule an appointment today. All right. Recently, I was in the shop hanging out, and in walked Min. And she has a company called Flower Power. And wait till you hear what she's making. I am with Min from Flower Power Frederick. Actually, I met Min at the home of everything Frederick one afternoon. How are you? Welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing super well. I'm excited to be on the show.
That's great. You came in and I think it was your first time at the shop, and we were chatting, and I found out you are now a cottage baker here in Frederick.
Yeah, that's correct. I just started in January, so really new still.
Yeah. And boy, isn't it a lot of fun, though, when you can kind of mix something you enjoy doing and maybe make a little money on this little side hustle and do it all from home.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's been amazing. It's been so interesting to kind of figure this out. I'm not the kind of person who has a business plan and does X, Y, Z. I'm just like, all right, Flower Power sounds great. Okay, I guess I'm making sourdough. So very much figuring it out on the fly. And it's been really cool and a lot of very unexpected things. And, I've gotten to meet so many of the neighbors and just general folks around Frederick. And that's been such a highlight for me.
Yeah. Okay. So were you interested in the sourdough process before January?
Yes, I've been baking sourdough for like a few years now.
Okay.
Part of it is I can't eat processed bread. It makes me feel icky. So I've always just made my own bread.
Yeah.
And someone was like, oh, why don't you sell it? And I was like, I guess.
Yeah. And we've talked to some cottage bakers. I think a lot of us are now really looking into what's in our food and trying to control the amount of preservatives or things. I know my own family is the same. We haven't stepped into the sourdough thing because I'm still kind of freaked out about this starter that people have and you have to feed it. But I do know as well when you make your own bread, and I found a really easy 3-ingredient recipe on TikTok. It tastes so much better. It just tastes better. You feel better after you eat it, and I can understand why you got into it.
Yeah, and like I agree. It doesn't have to be this complex 3-day process to make bread. It can be like I have another recipe I use that takes just a couple hours, and it's super easy. I feel like as long as you're eating healthy, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard to be able to kind of prioritize that and make time to actually make food.
Yeah.
So it is good that, we're starting to look into it and see what is really starting to affect us.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about your starter. Some people name their starter. Some people have something passed down for generations. Is this something you started yourself, your starter?
No. So my starter's name is Sylvia. She's a little sassy at times, but we kind of get each other and put each other in line.
I love it.
She came from actually my really good friends. I was out in New Mexico visiting, and they had started this whole sourdough process, and they'd made it. And so they sent me home with a little jar of starter on the plane, and I obviously exploded everywhere in my backpack. But I've had it ever since, and she's been thriving, which is awesome. And it's also really cool to see that like sourdough is pretty resilient, the starter. So like, I left it for 2 weeks unfed and it was fine. I can kind of live my life and not have to have it centered around Sylvia, even though she would love it if I did.
All right. So are you mostly breads and their flavors? And then we'll talk about how people can buy from you, which is obviously the most important part.
Yeah, so I do mostly breads. I do poppy seed, sesame, everything bagel, plain, chocolate chip, and cinnamon raisin. And then I also do chocolate chip cookies, mocha cookies, brownies, orange cranberry scones, and chocolate chip scones for now. And those all have sourdough starter.
Great.
It is a lot. But those all have starter in it, so it just tastes a bit different and very biased opinion here, but I think it tastes a lot better than the regular one.
Yeah.
And it just holds also better over time.
Yeah, very cool. Now, how can people purchase from you?
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a lot of pop-ups this year. So I'll be at the YMCA every Tuesday doing their farmers market, as well as a bunch of other ones around town. So you can probably follow me on Instagram. You can also order on my Pick Me website. So you can order to go or whatever you would like, made to order.
Yeah. Do you have kind of like some other cottage bakers I talk to take orders a certain day and then deliver a certain day, or is it just kind of running for you?
It's kind of running. I think once I feel more, like capable, just a bit more in my shoes, I'll probably have a once a day pickup. I'm very jealous of the people who can do that. I think right now I just don't have, mentally with my ADHD, I just don't have the infrastructure to do that.
Yeah, totally understood. I totally get it. So how long is the process for you from kind of start to finish?
So it takes about 2.5 days to do it, to like end up with a final bread product. So you starting it by feeding the sourdough, and then the next day, like you feed it a couple times the next day, just actually starting to make the bread and pull it, and then leave it for bulk fermentation, and then ferment overnight in the fridge.
Yeah, and as a cottage baker, how have you dealt with? I mean, I don't know. Do you have 2 ovens in your home or just one?
No, that's the thing. I have a regular kitchen.
Yeah, right.
I was talking to my wife the other day and I was like, oh, what if we change our garage and like make it into a bit more of an industrial kitchen? And she was like, absolutely not. That is going to be a hard no.
Yeah.
So,
so I know it's probably difficult because I know to bake and all of that, especially sourdough, has certain things that it likes.
Yeah, so it's all about timing. Again, something I'm trying to figure out with my brain on how to do it the day of and the day before a market or pop-up. And so there is just a lot of things going on. And one day I'm hopeful I can either rent a space if this kind of takes off a bit more, or, my wife will change her mind.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that'll come soon enough. All right. In the meantime, I'll make sure your social media is on screen so people can order from you, find out where you're going to be so they can try it, and hopefully get you lots of new customers. We appreciate you stopping by Good Morning Frederick today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yes. If you want to get that sourdough, there's tons of places to do it now, but you can try Flour Power at the YMCA's farmers markets weekly, which is great. All right, that is it for our show today. Good Morning Frederick streams weekdays at 9 a.m. Of course, you can watch anytime on YouTube, where I upload not only the full shows, but also each individual segment. So if you want to go back, listen to something, find something, you can do it fairly easily. Just search for it on our YouTube channel. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick, please. Have an amazing day. Get out there. And if you find any eggs, please text me so I know you have them. All right, let's get out there and let's be great.